late at night. After a busy day, I turned on the computer and was ready to relax. An email pops up in the upper left corner of the computer. After I clicked in, a black and white picture popped up. The woman's mouth in the picture is very exaggerated, almost hanging to the root of her ear, and her eyes are lifeless. A piece of blood red text emerges under the picture. If you think this photo is normal, please exit the test software immediately. If you find this photo uncomfortable, please continue with the following test. Pseudo-human test software. I feel that this game is quite exciting. I saw two options pop up below the picture. They are continue and exit. I looked at the strange black and white photo on the screen. I felt uncomfortable in my heart. I decisively clicked to continue. Two more pictures pop up on the screen. One is a smiling middle-aged man. The other one is also a little boy with a smile. But the boy's expression is very stiff, and his facial features are like patchwork. Please click on the picture you think is a fake person. Why does the little boy look like a puppet toy? How can a normal person's expression be as stiff as this little boy? This is a person. I ate it. I clicked on the little boy without hesitation. Then two photos popped up on the screen. One is a selfie of a long-faced man. The other is a self-portrait of a middle-aged man. After careful observation for a while, I decisively clicked on the long-faced man. These people have a characteristic. That is, their eyes are very dull. Their eyes are dull, and their mouths are not very natural. In short, it's tasteless. Followed by several rounds of picture selection, I chose all the right ones without exception until the last round. As soon as the picture came up, I screamed, "Lie in the trough. If it isn't Brother Xiang Yu next door to me." Two pictures on the screen. On one side is a woman with a normal look. The other is my neighbor Xiang Yu across the street. I saw Xiang Yu in the picture with wide eyes, glassy eyes and strangely raised corners of his mouth. This is too much. This is not a violation of other people's portrait rights. I'll report this stupid game to you later. While condemning the game, I clicked on the photo of Xiang Yu because after several rounds of game training, I recognized Xiang Yu at a glance as a human being. Suddenly, the screen suddenly got stuck for a moment. Then two options popped up. "Excuse me, are you still alive, psycho?" "I'm not alive." "Who gave you the problem?" I clicked yes, and more I think this is a boring spoof software. At this time, the screen was stuck again. Just when I wondered if the computer was invaded by a virus, a few lines of big red letters are listed on the screen. "Congratulations, you passed the test. We will pick you up in a week. Please don't talk. Don't open the door and don't answer any calls now. Don't let them know that you have found their abnormality. If you don't receive any mail from us after 1 week, then you can only ask for your own happiness." The computer screen flashed wildly, and finally it turned out to be a direct blue screen. I turned off my computer and was about to restart it, but at this moment there was a knock at the door. I walked barefoot to the door and looked out through the cat's eye on the door. "Xiang Yu, something is wrong. His expression is different from usual. His eyes are glazed and his mouth is weird. Isn't that what the photo just looked like?" I was startled, and my body suddenly frowned in place. I felt a cold air rising from the tail root, and Xiang Yu outside the door seemed to notice something, and put his eyes close to the cat's eye. He struck harder and harder, even turning into a hammer door. "Open the door. Gu Bei, open the door for me." I feel that he will make a dash for the door in the next moment, and it is too late to call Uncle Hatter. "What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Xiang Yu, why are you banging on Gu Bei's door at night? My grandson was awakened by you and crying. I need to talk to him." Why are you smiling so horribly? Don't knock on people's doors. Gu Bei is probably asleep, and it's not good to disturb the neighbors this big night." And Zhao left in a hurry without a word. In the cat's eye, Xiang Yu stared thoughtfully at the back of Zhao. The next moment, his head turned around. "Stick your big eyes tightly to the cat's eye." I was so scared that I quickly stepped back. If you put it together again, there is no Xiang Yu in the cat's eyes. Is he a fake? I was going to go back and look at the computer again, when suddenly a strong wind blew into the living room from the balcony and raised the curtains. I turned to close the French window on the balcony and locked the switch from the inside, and hung the bell hanging in the living room on the door handle. As long as something tries to twist the door handle from the outside, the bell on it will fall back to the room. After the computer was restarted, the home page has returned to normal. Before that, the fake test software was like into thin air. The hypocrite seems to have his eye on me. What's more frightening is that the fake people live next door to me. The mobile phone on the desk vibrated, and when I turned on caller ID, I saw that it was a strange call. I didn't answer or hang up. Turn on the mute and let it vibrate by itself. After a while, the other end of the phone should have thought I wouldn't answer the phone, so I hung up, just relieved. The phone vibrated again. It's still that strange number. Can't answer the phone. Let's just turn it off. Then I plopped into bed and when I got up the next day, I found that 99 plus call messages were displayed on the screen. As long as I pretend I don't know anything, they shouldn't be able to do anything to me, should they? Opening the door, my eyes fixed on the bell on the ground. Looks like something tried to come in from the balcony last night. Opened the door a crack. With eyes glanced around. No one. I was relieved and got out of the door and just closed the door. Xiang Yu stood behind the door with a straight face. It's finally your turn. Hey, Xiang Yu, what do you want with me? You really don't know. I really don't know. Xiang Yu, please let me go. I'm going to be late for work, he seemed to be thinking. And after a while he really let me go. I didn't dare to stay more, and I left here quickly. Xiang Yu's eyes kept close to my back, and his head drooped over his shoulders. As soon as he settled down at the workstation, his shoulders were put up by a pair of hands. Morning, Gubei, what are you doing? Do you know that people are scary and scary? What's wrong with you? You're surprised at first sight. Did you go to be a thief last night and worry about being caught? I'm really afraid of getting caught. You're still talking nonsense with me here, and you'll know later when the supervisor comes. Can't I be afraid of this old Skinner? Although he said he was not afraid, Lian obediently walked to his station. I opened feed and searched for a series of pseudonyms, but there was no relevant record on the internet. Impossible. How can there be no trace? Maybe Chengdu was erased. I was wondering in my heart, but I heard a scream from Lian not far away. Get in the trough, dummy.